How can you run when you don't know the way of the Spirit?
So here's Moses. Here's Moses. Are you still listening? He is looking at the Red Sea right here. And then he turns around and looks and sees the Egyptian army. Now wait a minute. Did he really see the Red Sea or the army? No. Why? He saw God. Now, some Israelites, if not a whole lot of them, they saw the ocean and the Egyptians and they said, we're trapped. No way out. We're going to die. And all God said is, lift that rod up. He saw in the Spirit. Moses was in the Spirit. It makes no sense humanly to use a stick against an ocean in front of you or an army behind you. He saw God. He walked in the Spirit and did not see the ocean, did not see the army. He saw the Lord. And he literally connected to the Word when God said, what are you doing on your face? Get up. Stretch the rod. And he obeyed because he saw the Lord. And when he saw the Lord, he immediately began what? Walking in the Spirit. And when he walked in the Spirit, that whole ocean split. He walked through, and Israel with him on dry land. How about those spies mentioned in Numbers 13 and 14? Remember them? They went into the promised land, 12 of them. 10 saw giants, and 2 saw God. Are you still listening? 10 were in the flesh, and 2 were in the Spirit. So the 10 spies said, uh-oh, we see giants, we can't do it. We're going to all die. And if you read that portion in Numbers 14, those 10 spies did not mention God one time. Not one time. Can we go to Numbers 14 very quickly on the screen there? And the same people, I want to show you something. It's so disturbing, really, in some way. I want you to look at Numbers 14, verse 22, because in verse 22, it says something about those 10 spies. That's very upsetting. It says, because all those men which have seen my glory. Wait a minute. They saw the glory? Yep. And my miracles. They saw the glory and the miracles which I did in Egypt and in the wilderness, and have tempted me now these 10 times. They've not listened to my voice. They saw the glory, they saw miracles, but they never saw God. They didn't see God, because it says those men who did not believe, who came and said, oh, there's giants in the land, we can't make it, we're going to die. Those men saw the glory. Remember when they came out? The fire by night and the cloud by day. And they saw the miracles. They saw the Red Sea split, and they saw the power of God mightily, and they heard his voice clearly. He gave them the 10 commandments, you name it. What would happen to you if you were standing on that mountain in Exodus and you heard, I am the Lord thy God, voice audibly, thou shalt have no other gods before me. Thou shalt not make unto thee any graven image. Thou shalt not take the Lord's name in vain. And you heard every commandment, and you shook and trembled and said to Moses, hey, we don't want to hear him again. You talk to us, otherwise we're going to all die. But now that same God whom they saw his glory and saw his miracles and heard his voice audibly, says, you go in the land and check it out. Spy the land. Come tell Moses what you find. And they came back and said, oh my goodness, we saw giants. We can't make it. We're going to all die. They did not see or walk in the Spirit.
How can you run when you don't know the way of the Spirit?